Of course it is. Mr. Mike Goodall.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a super lightweight contest scheduled for 10 3-minute rounds. Introducing in the red corner, wearing the blue trunks, trimmed with red and white. He's from Hungary, weighed in at 9 stone, 12.5 pounds, and tonight competes in his 43rd professional contest. Please give a welcome to Gyorgy Mizsei. And his opponent across the ring in the blue corner, wearing the blue trunks, trimmed with silver and black. He comes from Guysbury, Lincolnshire, weighed in at 9 stone, 13.5 pounds. Undefeated as a professional in 10 contests, 4 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big welcome to Josh Leather. Referee, Mr. Kenny Pringle, and this is 10 3-minute rounds.
Okay, boys, I want you to listen to me all times and defend yourself at all times. Touch gloves and get to work.
Josh Leather here, 24 years old. His twin brother Callum had a winning professional debut earlier on over the Newark man Fons Alexander, and Josh, who wants a British title shot against Tyrone Nurse, up here against Gyorgy Mizsei Jr. His dad was a very good fighter, won an Olympic bronze medal at light middleweight in Barcelona back in 1992. Twice a European lightweight title challenger, Mizsei, coming up short. And a regular visitor to these shores. You might not like me telling you, but I'm going to anyway. Anthony Croller, Scott Harrison, Tom Stalker, Bradley Saunders, Terry Flanagan, Derry Matthews, they've all beaten him.
He started off right here, landed with some jabs and a right hand over the top of the jab of Leather. It's very rare that Leather doesn't enjoy the advantage of having the longer reach and being the taller fight. He's always usually the bigger guy.
He stopped his last 3 opponents, Josh Leather. Michael Mooney last October, then Paul Ola and Henry James since then. But he wants bigger challenges, says he wants bigger fights.
It's got to take his time, I think. Now, the first few rounds are always going to be a little bit tricky for him. He's going to be tight, strong as well. I'll try and push this fella back a little bit with the jab, nothing too elaborate, and then slowly just up the pace as the rounds go on.
Trains up in Stockton-on-Tees. I say up in Stockton-on-Tees when we're up in Glasgow. I suppose you've got to say down in Stockton-on-Tees. He's got a fair few supporters who've made their way up here. There's a busload of them outside.
He's a popular kid, a nice kid, you know, and I imagine his brother is of the same ilk, so you know, they will get a lot of support, and as he go on, that will grow. It's good from Leather. Patient, but they're putting pressure on Mizsei.
Mizsei has come into this with a couple of wins, won his last 2 fights. Leather undefeated, 10 victories to his name so far. Well, decent opening round, and Leather winning it fairly comfortably, I think.
Yeah, it was a cagey round to start, I think. He's going to have to be patient, this Josh Leather, for the first few rounds.
Come off moving and feinting as well, yeah? Don't forget to feint. Enough pressure for now. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice, yeah? Just keep touching him. Don't let him move round you, though, yeah? Let's push him to the ropes, yeah? And then feint from there, yeah? Keep dropping that jab in now and again to the body, yeah? okay? Keep dropping that jab in downstairs and then bring it back upstairs. Yeah. Okay, nice and relaxed, all right? Yeah. Good boys. Feel okay? Good.
Is that enough?
That's nice, that's nice. Yeah, that's your round. All right, deep breath. Deep breath.
Let's go. Pakistan-born, then Birmingham, and now plying his trade up in the northeast, Middlesbrough way, Stockton-on-Tees. I know he was keen to have a chat with you about young Callum earlier on, who did a pretty decent job, didn't he? It's going to be it's difficult for any fighter to have his pro debut, but he got through it. He got through it pretty well against Fons Alexander.
He looked frightened. He looked really frightened before the bell started, but as soon as it went, he looked good. He was strong, and he was very impressive.
Standing in the corner, watching his twin brother and living every moment with him. Like all twins, of course, they're so close, spar together, train together. And now maybe both of them will be advancing up the ranks together. Former ABA champion, Josh. Mizsei, fractionally, I think, is even taller than Josh Leather, and Leather stands 5'10". A real rangy character, isn't he?
Yeah, that's the thing. And
not quite Bradley Skeet proportions, but not far off.
And that's something that Leather's not used to. So it's a good good opponent to be, something different. Something that he doesn't have the advantage of reach and height, which he'll have throughout most of his career.
He's talking up his chances on his desire to have a British title shot. I know he's got to get through this, but is he ready for that sort of level yet, do you think, Barry?
Well, he's 10 fights, he's 10-0, I think he's not far off it. You want to gather as much experience as you can get, but, his corner and his people who look after him will know better than anyone else. And Tyron Lewis is a good fighter. Again, another tall guy, rangy, moves really well, so it's a difficult fight to win.
Right hand from Mizsei.
Good from Leather though, but
great body shot, wasn't it?
Yeah, he committed himself to going forward and just carried on going.
Mizsei went the distance a couple of years ago against the very good Italian Emiliano Marsili for the European title. Stopped in the rematch a few months later. Stopped in 7 the second time around.
We see Marsili over here against Derry Matthews, didn't we?
Good fighter.
Oh yeah, tremendous win.
Enough to win that one, Barry?
Yes, I think so. Just I think that being the aggressor again, but they're cagey rounds.
What you're doing is you're throwing your jab and then you're moving your feet in for the backhand and it's going over the top of his head. When you touch him with that jab, throw the backhand straight from there. All right? Keep that pressure going. Keep that jab busy, okay? Good lad. Good? Yeah. Good. Yeah? Feel good? Good. Yeah. Hold it down, exactly the same. Yeah? Keep touching the body as well. Yeah? Especially when he's against them ropes. Don't let him move round you, okay? Yeah. Keep cutting the ring off, keep cutting the ring off, keep cutting the ring off all the time.
If he comes through it as the winner, I suspect I might be interviewing both twins. Thankfully, Callum's got his shirt on. They really are very similar, as we'll see.
Yeah.
I bet they have some interesting sparring sessions.
Oh, I bet you they're walls. I bet you they're absolute walls.
Imran will probably have to save them from themselves. That's a nice right hand.
Yeah, good.
good hand speed, isn't he, Leather? I know
Yeah, no,
hand speed's kind of a cliche, but he really does let his punches go in a crisp manner.
He does, and what he's done in the last few fights is he slowed his feet down. And that's just giving him a little bit more purchase in his punches. So I don't think he's ever going to be a banger. There's more weight in his shot, so he's be able to push people back. Whereas early in his career, he was so fleet-footed, which was brilliant, and he was busy. But, you know, it just reduced the power of his shots.
And he's kind of got that if he needs to go back to it, hasn't he? He's got that mobility.
Yeah, of course, yeah. You know, when he can coast it, he can coast around, he can coast the fight if he's winning. But if you've got a real bull-like fighter who's relentless, then he can do that. But he's learning out enough to plant his feet, throw a solid punch, and then move again. And in this round, because he is the slightly shorter fighter, maybe he's taking the aggressor's role. Sort of right hand there from Leather.
So with 15 stoppage wins of his own in his 24 victories. But when he steps up to this sort of level, nowadays he kind of usually gets done.
Yeah, but he needs space. That you can tell by his body size, his body, how long his arms are. You need space to get the leverage into the shots to hurt you, so you can smother that. Get close. But I think Imran was right to the coach of Leather in the corner. You know, don't take that big step in after the jab. You turn from the waist, let the right hand hit the target to get the full length of the shot on. Get a bit of speed, bit of power in the punch, and then take the step forward.
Mizsei, I'm sure, will be aware that Sultan Shabo has produced that stunning upset in the last fight against Stephen Ormond. It would be an upset of similar proportions, maybe more so if he were to win this.
It's been a good round, though. Worked his way into the round quite nice. Leather, letting go with combinations now. I'll take a good right hand there, though. Good, nice.
Oh, apologies for the lack of sound in the corner. Not quite sure where the microphone has gone.
Don't get you frustrated.
Oh,
okay?
here we go.
Yeah, just keep popping that jab. Yeah, when it's time to let go, I'll let you know. Okay. So working again. Listen, try not to let him move around you. Okay.
Yeah.
Just move it, cut the ring off. Yeah. Let your hands go. Touch him downstairs every single time now. When you get him in the corner on the ropes, 3 deep breaths. When you get him on the corner or in the ropes, yeah. Make sure that you touch him downstairs every time now, yeah? Look for that left hook to the body, okay? Let's go, come on. Let's go. All right? Come on, hand side.
Seconds out, round 4.
Fourth round then. 10-rounder. Josh Leather, although not winning the rounds by landslide, doing enough to take the first 3.
Yeah, I think, and more so in the third round, even a little bit more dominant.
Good right hand. Turned him round. He was trying to hang on, trying to clinch Mizsei, and he's been hurt by that. He doesn't know where he is. I don't think he's going to get up. I think the fight's over. It is. It's all over in the 4th round, and Josh Leather out of the clinch with that right hand, and Mizsei didn't know what had hit him.
Well, it came from absolutely nowhere. You know, he was back to the ropes, just a short chopping right hand, and Mizsei never seen it coming, and I think that's what did the damage. Never seen it, and they're the ones that usually put you in so much trouble. Fantastic result that is for Leather, really is.
Well, that's an impressive win, and that is a win on his resume, which will give a little bit of a shockwave around the place. There was the congratulatory hug from twin brother Callum. And hats off to his trainer as well, who gave him good advice all the way through.
You know what? He's just starting to get an all-rounded fighter. No, Leather. He's not the full article yet, and you wouldn't expect him to be. But you know, we know him as a busy fighter, a mover. Now he's starting to plant his feet a little bit more, and he's getting some power in his shots.
There it was.
Speed. That's just speed of the punch. That is. You know, he turned his opponent, or they've turned round, and he just chopped the right hand down. And he didn't see it.
Did we catch him on his temple? Let's have another look from this angle. Let's see if we can see. Here we go.
Yeah, just on the top of the ear again. That just didn't see it coming. That's it. Fantastic result. But he was warming into the fight. I got to be honest. I said the last round he was a little bit more dominant. You know, when he's taking on this being more of an aggressor in his last few fights, and he's looking, you know, strong and solid.
Well, a result like that and an ending like that's going to give him bags of confidence as well, isn't it?
Of course, because he's up against a tricky opponent who takes away all the advantages that Josh has with reach and height. So that's another obstacle to come over, and he's done it with flying colours. A really good win for him.
We'll hear from them in a minute or two. Bunsey's just gesticulating to Imran, saying we want an interview with both of them. We'll be having it in a moment after Mike Goodall and a bit from Bunsey himself.
After 44 seconds of round 4, with Gyorgy Mizsei failing to beat the referee's count of 10, the winner by count out, and undefeated now in 11 contests, Josh Leather! And appreciation, please, Gyorgy Mizsei.
Well, you know what, Steve? That was one of those finishes that came out of the blue. We wanted that to be the ending, but you said to me 30 seconds before it happened, if he gets this kid out, it's a really good win.
It's a really good win. We saw Derry Matthews stop him in 5 rounds.
But that's Derry Matthews.
Derry Matthews at world level,
titles.
and that fight was when Derry had been in training for a world title fight that fell through. But only a couple of years ago, he gave Mano Marsili a very good fight. The Italian who beat Derry in a
went 12
European
rounds with him for one of the EBU belts.
Yeah, and then he got stopped in the rematch. I know he's lost a few times, but that's a hell of a win for someone in their 11th fight. Now with Josh, we know he's got these boxing skills. That's now his full stoppage on the trot team. I'm looking at a little note I've made
a bit of power.
Get a bit of power.
He's no longer a baby. He's growing.
He's not a baby. He's growing all the time. I'm just looking at the fighters in the division. Okay, Ricky Burns has got the WBA title, but then you've got Tyrone Nurse, Jack Cattrall, Lenny Dawes, Robbie Davis Jr., Coyle, John Wayne Hibbert, Tommy Martin, Chris Jenkins.
Steve,
you can add him to that list.
I did the same thing. I've got to be honest with you. I think there's only a couple of guys you maybe wouldn't make him with. You'd make him with the rest. Let's have a little look at the knockout again. Let's have a look at the finish. We can have a look at the finish. Nice and calm, nice and relaxed, and gets the job done.
That's what I said. He just sees the opportunity right side of the head. Absolute fantastic shot. He can be well pleased with his night's work.
Moved his feet well, got into position, left Gyorgy open to it. You know, he's seasoned, he's a veteran, and you know what, 10 rounds dominating would have been perfectly okay anyway.
Almost that's what we need him to have, a couple of 10-round distance fights for it moves on. Because you're saying there's only a couple of fighters you won't pull him in with it in Britain. He's only had 11 fights. He's never been at a 10-round deal. We need to see him have those rounds, Stephen. If he has a couple of them, I think you can let him go.
Well, I tell you what, John Rawlings earning his money tonight. He's got about 17 members of Josh Leather's family and clan with him at ringside. Enjoy it, John.
I certainly will. It's been a pretty good evening for the Leather family, hasn't it, Josh?
Yep, me, my brother there, on his professional debut. It's been a quality class night.
Well, let's talk about your fight first of all, because I mean you've got rid of an awkward guy there pretty spectacularly.
Yeah. Well, he's been, as I say on his record, he's been in with some top world champions, Dave Matthews and Crawler. Terry Flanagan's been in with all them, and it's great to get on that level where I need to be on up and coming on the way up. So.
Third round, Barry said in commentary, I think he's starting to get to him. I think he's got his measure now. Did you sense that before you went out for the fourth?
Yeah. This is my first 10 rounders, so I was going to build it up, and I thought if I catch him in the right hand, he'll feel it. So I kept off the jab and measuring my right hand up, and I caught him in the corner. So
it was a tremendous right hand. It's always a case of the one they don't see, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd say I knew I was going to get to him, and I think it took his toll on him. Yeah.
going to bring Imran and Callum in a moment, but before I just speak to Callum, I got the impression he looked nervous, and when you were in the corner, you looked just as nervous.
I was nervous more for his fight.
I'm all nervous now.
Than my own fight. It's we work so hard in the gym together, and it's just great to be on the same card as each other. Definitely he's making his professional debut in front of all my fans from Gisborne and Teesside, so thanks everyone.
Well, first of many times you might be sharing the same card. You never know. What about your win earlier on, Callum? You must be delighted to get that out of the way.
Over the moon. I trained hard, 8 weeks. I'm about 6:30 in the morning, every morning, nights, just over the moon. And can't thank my brother enough for what he's helped me through. And
You're big brother as well, aren't you?
Yeah.
By about half an hour.
Yeah, well, 15 minutes. So yeah.
Imran, these two work together, obviously, in the gym and spar together, I'm told.
Yeah, absolutely. They won't have it any other way. They've been brought up doing it, and they go hard at it. And I'm like, guys, you can relax a bit. But the thing is that he says if I don't spar hard with him, then I feel as though he's going to be cheated out of a good spar. So it's quality, the work ethic, the three of us, Joe as well. It's fantastic. We've got a great work ethic, work really hard. I'm really, really pleased about Josh tonight. Really happy.
Nice lads to work with, yeah.
They wait for me in the gym. I don't wait for them. They're waiting for me in the morning, waiting for the coach to turn up, fashionably late, but you know, great work ethic, and I'm so proud of them.
Josh, you can't be too far away now from British title level. It's Tyrone Nurse. He's sure to be watching.
Yeah, it's great. Tyrone Nurse is a great top lad, and it'd be great to mix it with that level in the next few 10 fights, something like that. And that's what I'm aiming towards. So I'm not looking towards some sort of title towards my next fight, so WBO Intercontinental or something like that.
Well done. Great night for Team Leather. Hope we see some more.
Thank you. Yeah.